This is Bill. Bill has a knack for designing sportswear. His parents want him to start selling it too, but Bill has no idea how to make that possible. This is Will. Will is an aspiring athlete. His family is always on the lookout to buy him durable and good quality sportswear. Both of them were members of the same sports club. One day, whilst chatting with a mutual friend, they were introduced to WDSportz. Both of them couldn't believe their luck to have finally found a one-stop solution to their problems. WDSportz is an e-commerce shop where people like Bill and Will can sell and buy all kinds of goods related to sports. We stock a wide range of sports brands, jerseys, shoes, equipment, and anything sports related that you can dream of. Visit us at www.shop.wdsportz.com and sell or shop to your liking.
The league season may have just begun, but this weekend it was back to the FA Cup for the preliminary round. Marske United made light work of Pickering Town to book their spot in the next round of the Cup with a dominant display. The writing was on the wall early for the visitors when Kevin Burgess rose high in the box to put Marske ahead after only 5 minutes with a powerful header. The lead was doubled before 10 minutes were on the clock, Adam Boyes steering the ball past the keeper and guiding it home for his first goal of the day. It wouldn't be his last. Following an onslaught of chances, it would take until just before the half-hour mark for Marske to get their third, the long throw being headed home, this time by Matty Timon, a carbon copy of their first goal. Boyes struck again to make it 4 10 minutes into the second half, a brilliant first touch setting himself up for a cool finish. 10 minutes later he completed his hat-trick, meeting the cross in acres of space and placing his volley into the bottom corner. The striker wasn't done yet, however, notching his 4th and 5th goals in the final 10 minutes, 2 more well-taken finishes to close out a dominant 7-0 win. Only one goal separated Westfield and Coventry United in their 10th FA Cup affair, Riley O'Sullivan's superb second-half left-footed strike proving to be the difference, sending Coventry United through 1-0 victors over Westfields.
Legs off for Riley O'Sullivan! Fires home! At last! Riley O'Sullivan, the hero for Coventry United. They've had to wait, but it was worth the wait. Fired home by O'Sullivan.
Well done, lads. Well done, United.
He scored in every United match this season. He keeps that run going, and with finishes like that, you never really expect him to miss.
Lichfield City got off to a perfect start in their tie away at Evesham United. Regan Smith opening the scoring after only 20 seconds, the goal coming so quickly that it was missed by the cameraman.
I'm gutted. And Regan Smith has scored on debut. Oh no.
The equaliser was fortunate one for Evesham, Charlie Johnson apparently attempting a cross that floated over everyone and into the far corner.
Ball in the box. Oh, it's gone in over Beeson. And Evesham have equalised. I think that was meant to be a cross. And Beeson got caught. And it's no one.
Lichfield would restore their lead before the break. Luke Childs' shot from the edge of the box going through the legs of the keeper, who in fairness was unsighted, the ball travelling through a mass of bodies on its way into the net.
Oh, it breaks for Childs, it's a goal! And Lichfield have retaken the lead, and Luke Childs. And it was an awkward one for the goalkeeper, and went under his legs. And, well, devastated I missed the first one, but at least I got Smith.
Evesham will be given the chance to draw level once again in the second half as Felix Miles was cut down in the box, the referee awarding a clear penalty that was smashed into the top corner by Lance Smith. Undeterred, Lichfield pushed forwards and went ahead for the third time, Jack Edwards beating a defender on the right hand side before smashing it past the keeper at his near post.
It's 3-2 and Lichfield have retaken the lead again. Scott Goodberg, absolutely magnificent from you, and Jack Edwards with a good low finish. Can Lichfield hang on this time?
Evesham's chances of levelling up for a third time took a major dent as their captain was sent off, allowing Lichfield to ride out the tie, adding a false goal late on as again Edwards caused the host problems, his cross from the right being turned into his own net by an Evesham defender. A strong performance from Lichfield, who progress 4-2 winners over Evesham United.
And it's now 4-2 to Lichfield, and hopefully Edwards is alright. And well,
90th minute, 4th goal for Lichfield.
I can't see it. We've got the final touch for Evesham, but Lichfield won't care. 4-2, and it finishes Evesham United 2, Lichfield City 4.
Stamford AFC secured their place in the next round of the FA Cup with a comfortable 3-0 win at Lincoln United. The visitors took the lead against the run of play just after 20 minutes, James Blunden's corner from the header appearing to be going wide before an unfortunate deflection off a defender took it over the goal line. From there, Stamford began to take charge of the match, Rodrigo Concalves doubling their lead as the match approached half-time, meeting the rebound with a powerful volley into the bottom corner. Lincoln fought for an avenue back into the game over the second half, but Stamford ultimately finished the job with just under 10 minutes remaining, substitute Cameron Johnson running onto Jack Duffy's header and slotting in the third to put Stamford into the draw for the next round. On Friday night, AFC Liverpool hosted Bolton in an entertaining back-and-forth FA Cup tie. The game got off to a blistering start, Ben Hodgkinson's close-range header giving Bolton the lead inside the first minute. They would double their lead after a quarter of an hour, a calamitous goalkeeping error as David Potter fumbled a routine cross into the path of Jack McGowan, who gladly took the invitation to slot the ball into an empty net. The hosts pulled a goal back on the stroke of half-time, Carl Schorer the quickest to react on the rebound after Bolton keeper Jack McGovern had pushed out the long-range effort. Less than 10 minutes into the second half, AFC Liverpool were level, Daniel Coquelin getting a toe to the cross to poke it beyond the keeper. Having led 2-0 from an early stage, it looked as though Bolton would have to settle for a replay, but with the game entering its final stages, a long-range free kick was headed into his own net by an AFC Liverpool defender, restoring a lead which Bolton hung on to cling their place in the next round at the expense of their local rivals. Also on Friday night, Walton and Evesham hosted Guildford City. The hosts took the lead inside 10 minutes, Harry Mills cutting in from the left byline and scoring neatly at the keeper's near post from a tight angle. Tempers flared in the tense second half in which Guildford reduced to 10 men, Walton and Evesham pouncing on the numerical advantage to put the game to bed with less than a quarter of an hour remaining. Palace Francis received the ball on the edge of the area, bamboozling 3 defenders with some silky footwork before lashing a shot beautifully into the far corner. A strong performance from Walton and Evesham, progressing to the next round with a 2-0 win over Guildford City. In another local derby, Barking and Ilford played out a 5-goal thriller with plenty of drama. The away side drew first blood in the 7th minute, Lee Sharp directing the free kick delivery into the box with a well-placed header that left the keeper rooted to the spot. The hosts drew level close to the half-hour mark from a set-piece of their own, the header going back across goal where it was prodded home by Charlie Heatley, despite the protests of offside from the Ilford defenders. Barking would have their work cut out for them to expand on this, however, as just before half-time, Jay Leader saw red for an off-the-ball incident that didn't escape the attention of the referee. It took until just before the hour mark for Ilford to go in front, and they did so in spectacular fashion. Rashid Kist picked up the ball midway inside the Barking half and, seeing the keeper off his line, perfectly executed a sumptuous lob to give Ilford the lead. Barking kept the pressure on despite the one-man disadvantage, but left himself open at the back, substitute Ellis Leverage cutting in from the right and finding the bottom corner with a tidy finish. Ilford didn't have long to celebrate, as only 3 minutes later Barking pulled one back, a clever sequence of passes stylishly finished by Charlie MacDonald. Ultimately, however, it wouldn't be enough, as Ilford held on for the 3-2 win to progress, while Barking were left wondering what might have been if they not had to play over half the game with only 10 men. Maldon and Tiptree faced Aveley in their FA Cup tie, the only goal of the game coming from Alex Akrofi on the stroke of half-time. Receiving the ball on the edge of the area, Akrofi appeared to get the ball stuck under his feet after beating a defender, but did brilliantly well to set himself and curl a beautiful strike into the far corner to book Aveley's place in the draw for the next round. Tony Mendy's 16th minute strike was the only time either side found the net, as Uxbridge held off Cray Valley PM to win 1-0. Cray Valley had controlled the early stages, but Mendy did well to score the game's only goal, cutting in from the left and beating the keeper at his near post. FC Romania and Welwyn Garden City looked destined for a goalless draw until Jay Rolfe headed home a free kick with little more than a quarter of an hour to play. The tie looked to be won, but there was to be another sting in the tail yet. Welling's John Sexton was fouled in the 88th minute, but kicked out high at an opponent while on the ground. After much consultation with his assistant, the referee showed Sexton a red card, leaving Welling to hang on for the final stages with only 10 men. More drama was to come, as deep into stoppage time, FC Romania were awarded a penalty for a handball in the area and a chance to equalise in the 97th minute. Johnny Edwards had ice in his veins to convert the spot kick and force the replay.